Welcome to the Breakdown recorded for September 22nd, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world right now that you may not have heard about and let you know what I think. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. And if you want even more stories like this, follow me on Twitter, LukeBK. I'll put a link in the show notes. Tweet out a lot of stories like these ones and even more which don't even make it into the show. Now, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new. Now, a lot's been happening in the world, but first, I launched a new show called the College Football Breakdown, all about college football. Launched yesterday, testing it out. I absolutely love college football. Thought we would have fun talking about all things college football. Very similar to this show, it's a 10 to 15 minute show where we break down some of the biggest stories you need to know. No long-winded explanations, no guest interviews, just a look at college football where we really talk about what you need to know to be up to date for your water cooler talk or just chatting with family and friends who are fans of college football. Check that out, College Football Breakdown, link in the show notes, but check them out. I love your support. I'd love to hear what you think of it. All right, let's jump into today's story, starting off with Walmart is increasing the pay for many of their associates up to $30 an hour. Walmart's always been beat up on the concept that they're not paying their associates a fair wage. Now the company says 165,000 hourly workers will be receiving a pay raise in order to motivate and empower their employees. They seem to be following a little bit more of the Costco model. If we can pay better, we can attract better quality employees and maybe we can retain good quality employees. Walmart's always been a little bit of a throw numbers at it philosophy where we're going to hire a lot more people. You look at the number of people per square foot of a store, Walmart pays or has a significantly larger number of employees compared to a Costco, but it paid them less. Costco pays a lot more, also kind of expected a lot more from their employees. Now Walmart is following that a little bit. No words about any layoffs. It seems to maintain the same level of employment, but hoping that a better paycheck will attract better quality workers. We'll have to see how that pays off, if it does or if it does not. Love to know what you think of that. If you think Walmart is just doing it for PR, or they really do believe that trying to pay their employees better will retain more, maybe attract a better quality employee. I'd love to hear from you and what you think of that. All right, Halloween's a little over a month away right now, and we have a new Halloween costume that's set to be the costume of the year, according to the Daily Mail. The Karen costume, which has become a kind of a saying for all things kind of crazy when people do dumb things online. But a new Karen costume is said to be the most scary and the most popular costumes happening right now. Love to know if you have a plan to be dressed up for Halloween. Is Halloween even happening where you are? We talked last week about some cities canceling Halloween already when it comes to trick-or-treating and more. I know my daughter would be devastated if that happens, but thankfully she doesn't want to dress as the Karen. So let me know, would you dress up as the Karen? Some very scary images in that news story down in the show notes with the different examples of the costumes. I'd love to hear from you. All right, are you bored at home? Are you ready to get out? Not quite sure you want to do a traditional vacation right now? Well, Australian air carrier Qantas, I hope I'm saying that right, I apologize if I'm not, has a vacation that may be just right for you. They are offering a 7-hour flight in a 787, which would do low-level flybys of many popular Australian sightseeing attractions, including the Great Barrier Reef and more. It's been called the flight to nowhere though because it just flies very low past these different areas and then returns back after a 7-hour trip. Now the flight sold out in 10 minutes with tickets going anywhere, if I remember this correctly, from $575 all the way up to $2,650. There were only 134 seats available because many of the center seats that don't have a window. Doesn't make sense to take this flight. But it's kind of an interesting concept. One that I wouldn't be surprised to start coming over to the United States and other countries. A lot of these airlines are reducing the amount of flights they have, which means they have extra planes laying around, not doing anything, but they're paying money for. They're paying maintenance, they're probably paying monthly payments on. A lot of these are financed. Hey, why not take them on a trip to show you the great sightsees? Flying over the Grand Canyon, low flights over other popular attractions around the United States could be coming to a country near you. Let me know, would you take one of these sightseeing trips, fly around the country for 7 hours, and enjoy some interesting sights and back home in time to sleep in your own bed? I actually think it's kind of cool. I would probably do it, I won't lie. I do enjoy flight. Probably get a nice meal on the flight too, coupled with a 7-hour flight. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you and your thoughts. Alright, Facebook is making some changes. Starting off with, they're going to start allowing people to copyright claim photos, which will allow them to issue takedowns. Now this worries me a little bit, because what we're going to start seeing maybe is an embarrassing photo of a politician being able to be taken down. And also this seems to be ripe with abuse. Don't like the news story? Well, issue a photo takedown, claim that photo of you, which is maybe a legitimately taken news article photo, copyright claim it and get it to be taken off of Facebook. I find that a little bit ripe for abuse there. We'll have to see how it plays out. On the flip side, photo theft is a big issue. A lot of photographers make their living by selling photos. When people steal those photos, post them online for free, or use them for news articles or different things on Facebook without permission, it takes money from the photographer. It's kind of one of those things. It's a good thing, but it's ripe for abuse. We'll see how this plays out. Facebook is also cracking down on health groups. They're no longer going to recommend health groups in their searches. And this comes from what they see as a large jump in number of false claims related to the current pandemic. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of great, very educational health groups, a lot of fitness groups, and more to help you get yourself to be more healthy. But I do understand Facebook's desire to not have, quote, fake news. Of course, a lot of times fake news is in the eye of the beholder. You know, are we running into a position where Facebook is saying, hey, this diet is okay, this diet is not okay? That kind of explains why Facebook is saying, well, we're just going to not allow any of them, rather than try to explain why we're allowing this diet fad, but not that diet fad to go forward. And that's one of the tough things. People want Facebook to be accountable. When you make Facebook accountable for the content there, forces them to actually have to moderate it and have to say, well, we're no longer a neutral platform. We no longer just allow everything and let you decide what you want. Now, because we don't want to get sued, we're forced to actually more aggressively say, this is okay and that's not okay. For now, Facebook health groups are one of the earlier victims of this movement. We'll see. I expect this to continue to roll out. Things like this become more popular on Facebook as they say, hey, we just can't be held liable for what this group or what this kind of topic is, so we're not going to allow it. As a private business, not trying to get sued, look for that to become more popular. All right, in Detroit, we've all thought about it. That drawbridge is going up. Could we slam on the gas and fly over it? Okay, well, maybe I've thought of that. I don't know. Have you ever thought about doing it? Well, a man in Detroit was actually successfully do it. And Dukes of Hazzard style, hit the gas, floored his car, and went flying over a drawbridge that was already opening and separated. So if you'd like to see the video of that, it's quite impressive. Highly not recommended. Link in the show notes down there. Be safe, use common sense. I know we are all tempted to do stuff like that. Doesn't mean you should. But let me know if you've ever done anything crazy like that. All right, there's a new flavor of candy corn coming out this year called the Turkey Dinner. Yes, it's a turkey dinner flavored, stuffing flavored candy corn. I haven't tried it. I can confirm it is real. What I've heard is it doesn't taste that great. Has anyone tried it? Has anyone tried the new candy corn? Let me know. Is it good? Is it bad? I'll love to hear from you. All right, any Cracker Barrel fans out there? They're expanding their menu to now include alcohol. I'm a huge Cracker Barrel fan. Absolutely love their food, especially the breakfast, but even the dinner is pretty good. When we travel, we often stop at them. But they've been testing out pre-pandemic at 100 locations, beer, wine, and mimosas with your breakfast. Now Cracker Barrel's announced they're going to be rolling that out nationwide, that the alcohol sales were so successful, they're going to include them now. So let me know, or what do you think? You know, it's a family restaurant, it's kind of weird to have alcohol, or it doesn't bother you at all. I'd love to hear from you. And lastly, teachers are begging parents during this social distance, stay-at-home online learning To quote, please stop drinking, smoking, and appearing half dressed on camera. Yes, if you are a parent, they are asking you when you're on camera with your kids, don't be smoking, don't be drinking alcohol, and please put some clothes on, for Pete's sakes. Am I the only one not surprised by this, that parents are having to be reminded to wear clothes? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Have you seen anything weird or interesting during kids' Zoom calls and more? Leave me a comment. Alright, that's it for today. Don't forget about the college football breakdown. Mondays we'll do a weekly news recap. On Fridays we'll break down some of the biggest games you need to watch for the following week. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Check out that video down below. Hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And I'll put a link to all the stories I talk about down below so you can watch them or read them for yourself. Thank you to everybody for your support. We had one of our fastest growing weekends ever over the past weekend. Really do appreciate it. We're trying a lot of new stuff in the channel, seeing what sticks, trying out some stuff. That's kind of how new channels go as we explore and look for something that'll be interesting. I really appreciate your support. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care, everybody, and be safe out there.